friends, it is time for another Rapunzel post-launch tutorial. I got to participate in the photo shoot for their winter line, and I'm going to be showing you today one of the looks that I did at that shoot. So I have this beautiful pashmina with metallic threads in it. So this is actually pretty lightweight. Sometimes I know the pashminas with the metallic threads, they're like double layered and they're extra heavy. This is not. I would put this on par, similar weight to like a Lakeshore Bliss or a Layered of Love. Really, actually pretty easy to work with, although a little bit stiffer with the Lurex. And yeah, it's just really, really stunning. I'm not sure what they're going to be calling this scarf because it hasn't launched yet. But I'll definitely, as always, I link to everything that I'm wearing in the description box below. So I did a really simple wrap with this because it's so pretty. I just really wanted the scarf to speak for itself. So I'm going to put it on my head evenly. And then I just folded it under a little bit because I want this rainbow portion right by my face. And then I am going to just give it like one little fold here so that I don't have a ton of extra fabric in the back here. So I'm going to try and even out those little pleats and tie it in a knot behind my head. Now, if you are only wearing this by itself, you probably don't even need to tie a knot. You can probably just crisscross it. But I want something that is going to hold it in place while I move on to the next step, which is going to be putting on a headband. So for the shoot, I wore this with the pearly wreath headband that launched with the fall line. But I don't have one of those. I have this, which is also launching with the winter line. And so once again, I don't know what it's going to be called. And so I am just going to take this and tie it on my head. Try and place it. Yeah, I like it right up against that one little pleat. And I'm just going to tie it on the back of my head. Try and keep track of it. It's like this organza sort of material for the straps, which is not super easy to work with, but it just needs to stay on long enough for me to tuck in the ends at the nape of my neck, and then everything else is going to get covered up in the next step. All right, so there you can see I've just shoved it all underneath here. And so all I'm going to do is I am going to do a beginner's luck style knot. I'm planning to shoot a tutorial sometime soon that's basically going to be a basic wrap dictionary. I don't know whether I will have gotten around to that by the time this video comes out. So if so, I will link it, and if not, then look for it in the future. So I'm going to put some pleats into this scarf just to eat up some of that length and bring it up and over. And I'm going to use the scarf to cover that band so that I really am just focusing on the headband itself, and you don't really see the straps that are keeping it in place. So once it gets over here, I am going to tie a knot. So I'm going to bring this down in front. This scarf is going to come around in a knot. And so this is what they call the beginner's luck, but instead of pulling it all the way through, I am just going to pull it a little bit of the way through. And then I am going to floof. And because it has that little bit of stiffness to it, it really does make for a beautiful bow. And you can tuck it in at the top if you really want to make sure that it stays nice and perky. And then you have these beautiful tails that actually come out pretty even, hanging by your face. And that's it. That's the entire look. So this is what it looks like from the front, side, and the back, and the other side. So I hope you enjoy. I really think that it makes sense with a scarf that is this stunning to just kind of let it speak for itself. Keep the wrap simple, you know, really show off all of the beautiful textures and colors. And that's it. That's a wrap for me. Thank you for watching.